Hello, special Friday stream. Done a Friday stream in a hot minute. Bit of a special one today, though. The secret is out. The news is out. Guys, it's amazing. I can't stop using it. In the 5 hours I've had it. It's the dream. It's the dream. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. Mostly morning. 2 hours earlier than I usually stream right now, but I do kind of like this spot. What's going on? Caldan, Nova, Hive, Carlos, Bread, Isto, Sasco, Soft. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hi, Summer, TNT. Hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. Guys, the news is out. If you haven't seen, the big news is out. We have finally, to work with us here, the first ever look at the Legion Go 2. It is like the #1 requested thing on the channel. Finally can show it to you guys after all this time. I just got it in yesterday, so I'm gonna be showing it to you guys today on the channel to check out. Now, I just got this in, so we're gonna be looking at Silksong today, which I was playing yesterday on stream to some of the best streams we've ever had. And I swear, like, it's crazy that these things came out within, at least for me, within a day of each other. So very excited. Yeah, there it is here, the Go 2 itself. Let me just add it on the vertical side too. You guys can see watching on TikTok. We're trying everything on YouTube, TikTok today as well. Add it all in there so you guys can see everything. There we go. It's on the vertical cam as well. So yeah, this is a Legion Go 2 just announced at IFA this morning, my time at like 2 or 3 a.m. Eastern, I think. And this is, I think, maybe the first stream look at it. Now, just so you know, this is technically a non-final sample as usual. Not totally final, but very close to final sample. So keep that in mind. The plan for today is to show some Silksong and just kind of like a first look at the unit. I will have this to use for a little while, I think. So we'll do more of the proper like Cyberpunk and those kind of things next week, if that's okay. Typical Tuesday and Thursday streams for that. But I did want to show this today in a special sort of stream. I don't typically stream on Fridays, but since this came out today and it's like literally everything we do on community related to the Go or related to anything, everyone just asked, when is Legion Go 2? So I figured to show it at least a little bit to you guys and get first hands look at it. I do have it with the Legion Go dock as well, right there you can see. So it does actually fit in the dock. But yeah, Silksong on the Legion Go 2 in the year of our Lord 2025 is pretty crazy, and it feels amazing. You can, if you've seen the base Legion Go or the Go S, you can see the differences just right away on this unit versus those units. The big difference is the rounded corners at the bottom if you're used to the Legion Go base model, as well as the detachable controllers if you're used to the S model. Those are the big caveats to this one. But the big, in my opinion, one of the big things with this unit is the screen. It is, I think to my knowledge, the only VRR OLED screen that's in a handheld right now, at least like kind of a mainstream one. There's a lot of handhelds out there, but the ones that are kind of like at the top level, this is the only one. Feels amazing to play, and I'll show you guys the gameplay in a second here as well. For Silksong, really smooth. Obviously, Silksong is not like the most taxing game to play. I think you can still play it on the Switch, but for me, like, this game is kind of made for handheld, so that's why I'm playing this today, and we'll get into more of the intensive stuff next time as well. I'll try to answer questions the best I can too. Again, it's a shorter stream today, like 2 hours or so. I guess that's the usual time, but a little earlier. Everyone, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, everyone acts surprised they didn't know. I did tease it a little bit here, but very excited to check this out with you guys today. That is the plan. Biggest question is price. Yeah, the pricing information is on, it'll vary based on where you're out of. But yeah, there's pricing information out there. It ranges in price. I do want to say, like, the thing with this device is it's pretty spec'd out. So keep that in mind when you take a look at the pricing and stuff. It has, again, the screen was the big one, right? I think it's the only VRR OLED screen that is kind of at this level. Along with all the other performance features like the Z2 Extreme, the RAM and storage options as well, and detachable controllers. Very, very nice to hold, by the way. One thing I've not seen a lot of coverage yet is the finish on it. A little hard to see here, but it's got kind of like this brushed metal finish to it. And honestly, one of the coolest things is the side controllers. So if I show you kind of the right side here, if my camera focus for me, there's kind of like a texture now to these grips, and the triggers feel like noticeably improved from the first gen in my experience. So I was playing Hollow Knight on this thing for a couple hours last night and really enjoying it overall. And yes, it is a premium device, but to keep in mind that price, it depends on what configuration you want to get, because it comes in both the Z2 Extreme processor model as well as the Z2 option. So you have different specs there as well as internal storage and RAM and stuff like that. That'll up or lower that price depending on what you want to go for. But yeah, I think most people probably want to go for the Z2E version just because that's really like the selling point of this one along with the screen. But if you want to go for one of the lower card options, that's also an option for you. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Good to see you both on YouTube and Twitch. I figured this is a good one for YouTube because a lot of YouTube coverage for this one as well. So we're on Twitch and YouTube right now. I'm not sure about giveaways today, by the way. This is a bit of an unplanned stream. We can maybe do a raffle with Summer if we want to. And we always have our hardware giveaways live in the community. But outside of that, it's more about just showing the Legion Go 2 today, to be honest. Game looks great on that amazing screen. Yeah, I'll show this too. So I have this other view here, which is the one we're going to use mainly for today, I think, where it's actually showing the gameplay. I'm telling you guys, this thing, I mean, you can probably see it too. It's really smooth to play. Again, obviously this is not like a super intensive game, but it just came out yesterday and it feels really good. One thing to note is the OLED screen's really nice here. So I'll switch over to the actual in-game audio too, so you can hear it, hopefully. Been having a lot of fun playing this thing, and the OLED on a dark game like this, it doesn't even do it justice on the stream, because I have like an IPS monitor on the side here. OLED is amazing to have in a handheld. I've actually never had an OLED handheld until this point, so it feels a little bit amazing. Especially like the blacks of this kind of area, you can really see really crispy here. Yeah, that's fine, Zero. And the thing I want to say too is keep in mind this is still part of an ecosystem, so the base Go is totally still a great option, really valuable. The Go S, any of the Go S options are also still great. And keep in mind the controllers of this one are swappable for the base Go as well. So if you have a base Go or you want to get a base Go, you can get the controllers pretty soon and just slap those onto your base Go as well, if that's a preference for you. In-game audio is amazing. It is. So do you guys hear like the little bit of like distortion? I think my capture card is being a little bit funny. Sometimes I have this with my capture card. Also, I think the capture card I have, I'm not sure if it supports VRR, so that's one thing I'll have to kind of play with. But I think I've got it. It's very smooth at least. The audio is a little bit weird on my end, but it could also be just me. There's the NPU, not in this 180s. Not. I don't believe in the Go 2. I think that's more just in the laptops, as far as I know. OLED is GOAT. Agree. Take my money and give me look clean. So Cowden. I've been fighting through Silksong quite a bit, guys. You saw the stream yesterday. We do have a key. I'm running a key giveaway on my sort of stuff, but I've been playing through this a good bit here. Overall, that was just flushed with excitement. I am very excited about this. Like, again, the fact that Silksong and the Go 2 came, like, I have them in my hand within like 2 days of each other is crazy. I gotta be honest. How the controllers compared to Go 1? Noticeably more comfortable on my end, John. Okay, really quick. Do you guys hear like a buzzing? I hear it in my ear. I don't know if it's my headphones or if it's my capture card, but something with that sometimes. Yeah, but the controllers are noticeably rounder. I can show you the Go 1 controllers if you want. But here's kind of the base controller here. Let me switch over to the actual other view right here. If you've got this side, you see how it's a bit more rounder. Let me actually grab the base Go for you to compare. I have it back here too to take a look at. I've got so many things to try that I haven't even tried with this yet. But yeah, I've got a range of Legion Go's to check out here for you. The buzz, yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Something to do with the capture card, I think. I don't know why. That's always happened to me with this capture card. Or like a sound driver thing on my tower. Not sure, but the unit itself is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of demo across a couple of different things here. The first is, this is the base Legion Go. Let me zoom out a little bit for you. Base Legion Go with the skin on it here. Don't mind the fingerprints. So just to give you a size of the controllers side by side, here's kind of the two controllers. You can see the differences, and it's a bit more ergonomic with the Go 2. Roughly the same kind of sizing or so. But definitely you've got that the curve is the biggest thing, because I heard a lot of feedback from Gen 1 users who, if you have smaller hands, that angle there can be a little uncomfortable, versus this one's more round. It reminds me a little bit of the Go S style, right? Where if you have this one here, same kind of like that curve there on the end, a little bit different, a little more kind of coming in towards the center, but definitely more rounded to hold. Also the finish, it's hard to tell because this one has a skin on it, but the finish is like really smooth and nice on the top here. So I like that quite a bit. And you also have the cool little Legion roundel on the controllers now, if you light it up. This one I think is dead, so I can't show you the base lighting of the base Go. But yeah, you can actually do that there. So that's the difference in the controllers on that side. If I unplug this for a second here, because you guys are gonna lose audio. Turn this back on. I am using the base Legion Go dock, so that's the same dock you use for any of the Legion devices, and it fits that, made from Legion. And you can just take the controllers off if you want to. One sec there. And then you got the tablet mode right there. The top is pretty different if you notice, like with the base Go as well. Let me just take everything apart here in terms of different devices. This is the top of the base Go versus the Go 2. Definitely a little bit thicker, if you can tell a difference there, and the power button's huge. But I believe there's a fingerprint sensor on the power button now, which is nice to open. And it's also a little bit easier to take the controllers off without hitting the power button. That was something I always used to do with this if you watch the old streams. So that was nice. Plus you have that nice big exhaust up there in the middle, the front or the top facing speakers. The power buttons too, or the volume buttons are really nice and clicky and big now. So I like this quite a bit, and they have that kind of like hexagon shape that's in a lot of our Legion stuff now. So that's been cool to check out. You can see kind of like there's a bit of an angle to this now to go with the controllers. And the bottom you have your USB-C, headphone jack, and the SD card reader, which I believe that the headphone jack switched places. Yeah, on the Go 1 it was on the top of the device. On this one it's on the bottom. And you do still have the dual USB-Cs, one on top, one on bottom for this device, depending on how you want to use it. So yeah, that's cool. I just plug the dock back in there and get our nice Silksong music back. So we can check that out as well. Should come up here in a second once it finds the source. Right there, maybe. Glad I got the headphone jack. Agreed. I kind of like it at the bottom, personally. There we go. There's our in-game music there. Yeah, I don't know why that capture card is being funny sometimes, but this is actually in like the tablet mode if you want to play like this, which I think I might actually play a lot of Hollow Knight like this, to be honest. Or just plug it into a TV, you can do that too, or monitor. But this is like one of the best ways to play it as well if you want to. I believe you can also use, I haven't tested this yet, so moment of truth, the controller connector from Gen 1 if you want to. You can just plug that in here. And I don't think mine's actually charged right now, but I can still use it. So yeah, you've got the old controller connector, just like Go 1. You can use the Go 2 controllers there. And you should be able to also, like I said, slap them into the base Go 1. So if you have the base Go like this, I'm just gonna switch the audio really quickly, guys, because I don't know why it's doing that. Let me just try this. So I believe that you should plug in here too. Look, there you go. You can definitely tell it's designed for the Go 2, but if you like those ergonomics better, you can definitely switch it into the base Go and just get a nice ergonomic upgrade without switching to the full new device if you want to keep the base Go. And yeah, I think it looks pretty decent. It looks roughly the same. A little bigger, obviously, than the first controllers in terms of the footprint, which you can see there. But like, I mean, personally, I think the trade-off is worth it to have a really smooth in the hand experience personally. And I can't like stress enough, the finish on this thing is really nice with also like the textured controller grips. Let me see if I can actually zoom in and focus this for you guys. Hi Rivalock, welcome in. I'm gonna throw on autofocus for a sec. Not that one, sorry. Real-time camera stuff. Okay, so a little hard to see, but there's like kind of like this brushed finish on the triggers here. And they do sound really nice too. I was testing kind of some of the trigger sounds earlier. They sound pretty good. Here's the comparison. The back's easier to see because there's no skin on the back, but that's the difference between the two controllers. I mean, even like you really gotta zoom in close to really appreciate this. Let me go big in there into Silksong. Here's the difference in the texture. See how much more texture it is on the Go 2 controller? That's, to be clear, this one that's connected to the device. A little confusing. But yeah, this one on my right is the Go 2 controller, left is the Go 1. You can see just how much more grippiness there is on the right side there. And also, like, let me show this side too. The M1 and M2 buttons, very different styling on each of them, but there's kind of like that same texture on them on Go2, which I like a lot. I did like these for the FPS mode, but that doesn't wrap around anymore. It just kind of stays right here, which is meant to be used in FPS mode. So if you're using it on the table like this, and you have those two controllers there, the sensor on the bottom to use for the mouse mode, basically, with the puck if you want, and then you can use those as a mouse, basically, along with this button here for your thumb. That's the idea with FPS mode, basically. So yeah. Is it carbon fiber? I don't know if it's carbon fiber. Maybe. I could check into that, possibly. Okay, I'll try to cover some questions too at the same time. What's the top dust or dirt getting in that exhaust? In the top side? It's no different from the first generation. I mean, it just depends on how you hold it though. Are you talking on the back side here? Because I believe the intake comes in from here and out the top. So yeah, I think that it's pretty in line with most other devices as well. Pre-order in Italia date. I'm actually not sure about pre-orders globally, but I believe that the product pages on Lenovo.com are going up today in most regions. So just check out Lenovo.com if you want to see when they're available. I believe some retailers also already have them up. So if you want to check that out, like Best Buy, I believe already might have a pre-order, but I don't think we do on Lenovo.com as of right now. They work outside of FPS mode. Feel like they might be easy to click in handheld mode. Do they work? Oh, like the buttons? Yeah, you can use them. If that's what you mean? You can bind them to certain things if you like to. Or you can unbind them too. Like if you think you're gonna accidentally hit them, like you can see it's not doing anything in the game right here. But if you wanted to, you could. I think these side buttons are hard to use when you're in handheld mode because you have to like kind of pinch your hand sort of to use it. But definitely on the back side, if I switch back to this side, you can definitely hit the rear buttons pretty easily with this. Again, the layout was kind of designed for FPS mode, so these two you can hit with your thumb if you're holding it like a mouse style, and these two with your fingers if you want. But you can also hit both of these with kind of like your middle finger, I've found, or even like your ring finger if you want to, on the back side of the right side controller, if that makes sense. We're getting your face as a joystick cover. We'll have to see. Day2D said in his video that the Go2 is much louder than the first one. Is this true? So, winking, I have not personally seen that so far. Now, granted, I'll be straight with you. I've only played Silksong so far. So I don't think I'm exactly pushing the fans to max capacity right now. We're going to do more like, performance pushing basically next week on my normal size streams. I just have literally had this for like a couple hours and I've been very busy, so I've not installed Cyberpunk yet, but I do want to do that as well as like maybe some Control and those kind of games to give it a more test, like back with Wukong, that kind of stuff to see how it goes, basically. Please demo the speakers. I can try to do that for you. It's actually very loud. I did notice like the speakers get quite loud. Let me see if I can turn this down and give you guys a sense here. Okay, it's a little hard to show on streams, but they get pretty loud here. Hope we can hear it ish. Get the sense for it, kinda. Yeah, they're pretty loud overall, I would say. Hopefully that's kind of helpful. Tough to tell when you're just looking at a microphone. I don't have like a, the thing that shows you the levels necessarily, but so it gives you an idea overall. What's the display specs? So it is 144 hertz, 8.8 inch screen, pure sight OLED and VRR. That's the big difference, is it is both VRR and OLED, and it's pretty hard to find handhelds that do that, especially that screen size. So it's, I'm biased, of course, because I'm with Lenovo, but I think it's a pretty noticeable upgrade from the first generation and really, really clean. It's about the same size, right? You can see that, but like the OLED and the VRR and also native landscape. One of the big things that was a challenge for the first generation, and you guys gave us plenty of feedback on, was this one was a native portrait display, which probably for most people, they don't really mind, but some games it could be a little funky. And for me, for streaming, if you're doing sort of content creation, it was difficult to work with the native portrait display. This one being native landscape makes it so easy. This morning, I literally just plugged it in and it worked. So super, super nice. Any rumors about new accessories like keyboard cases or alternative controller schemes? So there are rumors of some accessories. I'll say that. There are some accessories that are not rumors, that are actual accessories we've released too. Like we have this cool Legion Go bag that we put out recently that is kind of perfect for the Go 2. It also does come with a case too. I should show that. if you guys want to see it. It's a little bit different from the first one, and it's a little bit easier to kind of throw everything in the same bag, basically. But yeah, I'll show you if you want to check it out as well. But I wanted to show the Go right off the bat as well, off the rip. Does my mouse feature the same way the first Legion Go did? Yes, it does. This right-hand controller, you just pop it off, and on the bottom there is, sorry, I'm getting used to how to do it on these. I always forget to slide down, not up. There's this toggle. You just flick that on, basically, and then this becomes a mouse. You can't really see unless I actually go into desktop mode, which I think I can do this way. But yeah, can you see? There we go. There's my controller. There's my mouse. That's working like that. And it comes a little puck you can put it into, which I believe is magnetic now, and you can just easily use it as a mouse if you want to for FPS mode, it's called. You can also plug in an external controller or like a real mouse if you just want to use a real mouse. It's just basically a Windows PC in handheld mode. So anything you can do on a PC, you can do on this thing, more or less, which is pretty sweet. Is OLED burn-in still an issue these days? So Mad Max, good question. A lot of our software now for space comes with protection against that. So there are settings in Legion Space, which is kind of like what runs the Legion, all of our Legion stuff at this point, that helps protect against burn-in and those kind of issues, essentially. Can you have one? So we'll do a lot of cool things with this in community later this year, guys. I believe that the release date, like when it's gonna be more available in person, is around October 31st, which is cool because like that's when it came out, I think 2 years ago, the base Go. I remember doing a Halloween stream on the announcement day. But once we get closer to that timing, we should have some community giveaways for this kind of thing. We're working on some creator gigs as well. If you're a content creator and want to get access to it, we'll definitely try to do some for this thing as well. So that's definitely coming in community later this year as well. When will the controller middle piece attachment be available? Where on my desk here? This guy. This one is already available actually, and it works with either the Go 1 or the Go 2. I believe it's on our site right now if you want to check it out. I don't have the link to it directly, but just Google Legion Go controller connector and it should probably pop up. It may be like, I'm not sure about every single country, if there's maybe stock in some and on others, but generally it is available already on that side. Good question, Stress, good question. Can you compare the speed of 1 and 2 running the same game? So that's what we'll do, Ananjay. I will say, like, again, I just got this a couple hours ago and I don't have a ton of time to stream today, but at least want to show it to you guys. And we'll do some more benchmarking kind of stuff next week on my typical Tuesday and Thursday streams with some other new games coming out. Like we'll definitely show Borderlands 4 on here, and a lot of stuff like that at the same time. Okay, close Teams. Nick's giving me Teams message. Jump scares over here, starting meetings. Show the settings that prevent burn-in. It's in the Legion Space settings, basically. You got all your same kind of quick system settings here as the previous Go. So where's my controls here? Switch over to this scene for a second. This is the actual kind of fly out if you're in the menu here of all your performance settings. Still have quiet, balance, performance, custom, same as usual, different smart fan speeds or full speed, and your OS power modes, which kind of give you options to, you know, trade off performance for battery life, essentially. But there's a much bigger battery in this one too. So that helps a lot with life of this overall. And you can see at the top, a little hard to tell in this scene, but if I change the thermal mode, that top LED changes colors. That's consistent with all Legion devices, but balance is what I have it on right now, just because we're playing Silksong at the moment. But you've got all your general controls here, your brightness, and this thing goes pretty bright, by the way, if you want it to, you can see, as well as the speaker volume, which you can also control from the buttons at the top. You have your different resolution options. This one, by the way, that's one change from the first generation. This one goes to the 1200p, but that was made for a couple reasons, to my understanding. One is that, like, so I'll tell you personally, when I use the Legion Go base edition, I almost always run it in the lowest resolution just to get the most performance out of it. But also, like, when you're at a screen this size, you don't really, in my opinion, need like the 2560 sizing unless you're watching media or something, if you want to get the highest performance. And you can tell like just how well this looks basically looking at it on the screen at 1200p. So that was kind of a trade-off that was made so that we could get the VRR and OLED and that kind of stuff at the same time. And yes, this is Windows-based content, but I believe you should be able to use like download SteamOS the same way you can on other devices if you want to, or things like that. Curious with the settings you mentioned. Yeah, as I'm going through here on the settings here. Sorry, you got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, frame monitor if you want to see all that stuff, which we'll go on more of that next week if you want to, but I can keep it on like normal if you guys want to. Controller settings here. You have your key mapping on the controllers, so you can switch between with like presets there if you want to. I think it might still be in FPS mode. Let me double check that. Yes, I am. That's why I got this yesterday. I was like, why aren't the controllers working? And I realized it was in FPS mode by default. So if you have that issue, make sure you check that. But yeah, gamepad options for mapping there as well. You have all your quick settings there with an Xbox button, tons of like screenshot and storage options that you can customize here. Productivity mode, which you can just make your external display primary. So I think I could actually do this and make that for like streaming, which would be kind of cool. And then this is just like the flyout menu. You have more controls for the full Legion space over to this side here, which is kind of the built-in software control for everything you want to do, which launches all your games basically. If your library here, I just have Silksong as you can see so far, but as you install your games, you can just launch this way, which is pretty easy. All your performance settings for temperatures and fan speed and all that stuff, and a lot of the same stuff that's in the last menu, but just like the core control for that. And then all your controller settings for mapping and lighting and all this stuff. I think this is the same thing as what's on the Go 1 basically, but just kind of reiterating what's here for you guys. The display, is it matte or glossy? It is glossy, yeah. It's an OLED screen, so keep that in mind. But a lot of OLED screens tend to be glossy just with the technology. I personally think it looks fine. It does look comparable to the first Go, honestly, in terms of glossiness. Like, it's very similar. So if you have a base Go, a Go 1, just know it's pretty similar in terms of gloss levels. Does this support 2280 SSDs or just the 2242? That's a good question that I don't know the direct answer to, Kane. I know our product manager would know, or if like any of our enthusiasts in the core group are here, they might know. I can also check with Ben to check. Just to be clear, guys, I'm also a community manager, not a product manager. I'm gonna see if we can maybe have Ben stop by again for a kind of AMA thing. He did one like way back in January when we announced this at CES, the beta of it. But obviously there's been a lot of changes since then, so we'll see if he's able to. No promises, but I can check with him on that, or at least like a written one potentially. Power pass through a thing on both gens? I believe so, Sasko. Most of our products do, but I can confirm that. Can you show us again the case that we will receive? Yes, let me grab that really quickly. It is over here on my right. Actually, it is down here on my left. Okay. So I got the box here. Okay. So here's the actual, I should have really done the unboxing, world's first unboxing. Missed opportunity there. Let me switch over to this scene for a second. This is the box it comes in right here, which is pretty similar to like our first generation, if you're familiar, but similar kind of look. I just ripped this point out, so I'm sorry about that. Same kind of game and basic descriptions there on the actual case, but that cool kind of shiny finish to it with all the UI kind of blueprint designs on the sides that show you how to turn on and connect devices, stuff like that. Yeah, but here's the actual case it comes with, which I think you might be able to see in some videos too. This actually looks a lot like the one, it may even be the one that we showed recently. That's that slim case that is really made for this thing. So if it's perfectly in here, it does also have some cool little party tricks. So it comes with this kind of that it's resting on when you get it out of there. Obviously your documentation, but it's got these two little kind of spots for storing stuff, which I actually haven't opened this yet, but I believe one of them is the puck basically that goes for FPS mode, which is right here. Zoom out a little bit more for you guys. There we go. There's your FPS mode puck, which I can show you in a second. And you also have this kind of secondary slot here, which that is the FPS mode cover, which this is new. I'll show this too, but this is kind of cool if you do want to use FPS mode and not have to worry about the prongs basically. But you could also like put other things in there too, I think. Like I kind of want to see if I can put the charger in there and still close it. I think you can if it's like the one we looked at before, the carrying case right there. So pretty nice. It's also like not as chunky as the first case if you have the Legion Go. I love the case from Legion Go. It's super high quality, but it is huge, so it's a little hard to throw in a backpack. This one's definitely easier to throw in a backpack if you're traveling, so I'll definitely be using that a lot more when I do that personally. So yeah. So I'm reading both, Davsty. Just a lot of questions over here. How does the UI work with different platforms for Legion Space? So Hella, if you're talking about this pulls your games across everything. So whether you're playing on Xbox, Steam, Epic Games, etc., you can just launch all your games directly from here. And that's the idea, is to be like a combiner basically of all different platforms based on what you want to play on, if that's what you're asking. Lofty League Showcase win? Honestly, maybe now with the new mapping it'd be an option. So let me show the FPS mode really quickly with that little puck. If I take this off here, this should just snap in here like that. Nice and secure. It actually kind of feels like it locks now. Yeah, it does. It's like with the first generation, it kind of just snapped in there. But with this second generation, you can see it's actually got like a lock right here that you can, you know, manually unlock. So you're really not going to lose this thing by going too crazy with it now, which is nice. You can move it around really quickly and get some nice control. And then this, I believe, is meant to cover the pins basically, so that you're not running into issues when you're using FPS mode. So again, I've not actually tried this yet. Let me try it with you guys in real time here. There we go. And look, you cover that connector right there so that it's just a really nice, smooth experience. And it does feel better, I will say. I mean, you're not really getting those pins in your hand in the first place, at least in my use of it before, but it does look a little bit cleaner with the cover on there too. And nice that it just comes with it in the case. So let's try unlocking this. There we go. That's a nice little feature, because I did have sometimes when the FPS mode came off the first controller style. So nice that you can kind of remove it if you want to. Now I gotta just get this thing off. To protect them from sweat. Yeah, that too. But I think it just looks a little bit nicer, and the idea is like if you do care about the pins. Okay, so it just slides on and off. I've never done this, but yeah, you slide it up and then it comes off the top here. I don't have very good fingernails, but come on for me. There we go. Okay, so that's how you can use that if you want to. FPS mode's an interesting one. I find that like some people are really like, that's a huge selling point of the Legion Go, and some people don't really ever use it. So I think that will sort of depend on how you want to use it. But what's nice is that you have the flexibility. And you might have seen one cool thing about this new Go 2 campaign is they're really leaning into, I didn't run the marketing to be clear, really leaning into all the modding of the game, which is a big part of the community. You don't have to mod obviously, but we have seen people do some really cool things with the Legion Go, whether it's like turning it into a clamshell case or using it on the treadmill detached, or kind of using it in all sorts of crazy situations. So there's some pretty cool cases and examples of that in the ad that went out, and I think there'll be more coming too, if I understand correctly. How can Lenovo become the new Nintendo? I know what that means. Please make a smaller one for 2D games. Well, we have like the Legion Go S, like I said. We still have these out there, which are great devices, whether you want Windows or SteamOS, and they're kind of all-in-one, more compact devices, so keep that in mind too. I definitely think that the Go 2 is meant for the enthusiast, right? Like the person who really wants to either, like in the marketing, mod the device, or just wants like the best specs, right? Like it's gonna be hard to find a better screen than the one that you have in this device. Same thing with the processor, options for RAM and storage. Like I don't think you can really find many handhelds that are gonna outperform this thing. But there's also different options in the lineup too. If you want the base Go still, like I want to stress, the base Go is still a great device, to be clear. And you can just take these controllers and throw them on the base Go if that's what you want. If like you don't necessarily need the Z2E processor, or if like OLED's not like super important to you, then you can go with the base Go, or one of the Go S's as well. If you want to use SteamOS, or you have like having everything all in one, don't really detachable controllers that much, different options in that lineup basically. I go crazy with it to test it. I'm gonna be playing a lot of Silksong this thing over the weekend. That's the plan. And I'll go over to you know, like Cyberpunk and all that stuff soon too. But to me, like, and I know it's a little overkill for a game like Silksong, but the fact, like, the OLED screen is such a big part of it, honestly. And just knowing I can max that out with VRR and everything, I'm super excited to check this out and play it today. So play Metal Gear Delta. We almost played that one, Rodrigo. We do a lot of like showcases for new games on this channel. You know, we've done pretty recently, obviously Silksong, we did Stellar Blade, we did Battlefield, we did Mafia, a bunch of new games that have come out recently that I've shown on here. I'm literally forgetting when we did like on Tuesday. Hell Is Us, we did that one recently. Like almost every stream I try to play a different game. This game though I've been waiting for a very long time. So I think I'm gonna probably play this one for a little while, but next week we'll definitely get into some of the other more intensive games of stuff you guys probably want to see related to like more performance taxing games, essentially. Thank you, Pika. How's it going? I like when handhelds can be repairable and upgradable. This one is both of those things, Skull. Oh, you're saying this one is, right? I thought you were saying it wasn't for a second. Yeah, it definitely is very supportive of modding and customizing and that sort of thing. Will be skins for Go 2 too? That's a good question, Armor. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I don't think it launched, but possibly. Not sure. What's up, Mel? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the view of it overall. And just I want to say too, like, we definitely hear the feedback. I woke up this morning at 6:30 a.m. and the announcements went out 2 a.m. So I kind of like woke up and digested all the response to it so far. And it's definitely been good to see the feedback from it so far. I think people are pretty happy with like what the actual device does and how strong it is, but definitely listening to feedback on the pricing and everything like that too. So keep it all coming. And again, I'm not a product manager, I'm a community manager, but we'll definitely share it with all the teams internally and just know that everyone is listening to all that stuff. So it's not falling on deaf ears for sure. You want to see a game now, how smooth it's gonna game? Take on what, Sasko? On which piece? Yeah, we're gonna start the game. So I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. There's a lot of questions coming in. So first party ads. Yeah, I actually thought like, so again, I didn't make the marketing material for this Go-To stuff. I actually think that the campaign was really cool. I like that, like, it was real users that were shown in there. Like, in my personal opinion, it's one of the best ads we've released for products in a while. In terms of like the launch trailer, I thought it was pretty well done. What's up, Gamer Generation? Are you missing a lot of if you don't upgrade? It depends on what your use case is, Shiro. That's what it really like the games you want to play and like how you want to use it too, right? Because I want to stress, like, there's still the whole portfolio of Legion Go options and handheld options in general that are awesome. But this one, like, if you want the top of the line thing, I would, again, a little biased, but I think it's hard to beat this in terms of performance right now. I need like an assistant to yap or play with me, John. That would be ideal, to be honest, because it's, especially a game like this, it's tough to like play and talk at the same time. You know what I mean? Let's just go this way for now. All right, let's try this way really quick. Dude, I don't know why the audio is doing that. That's the only thing. Trying to bring the audio in, and I can do that if you want to, but for some reason my capture card's being a little bit funky. If you hear that, I haven't had that in a while. I don't know why it happens sometimes, but I might just have to replace my capture card sometime soon. I mean, you heard the audio on the device earlier. The audio itself is fine. I could just do speakers, I guess, if you want, but it's a weird kind of static on it right now. How's the speakers sound? They sound really, really nice, Database. I was showing you earlier. I mean, I can even show you guys, like I said. If you want to do this view instead, if I go over to this side, or I can just blast the volume. Is that better? You can't hear me, you know? Oh, but listen to it. Also, can I show that actually? Hang on. The sounds are really nice in this thing, so I like quite a bit of the controllers here in terms of the sounds. A little bit of ASMR for you, but that was one thing I noticed immediately, was like how clicky everything felt. Even the volume buttons, like it's satisfying. I don't know why exactly, but it is. That was noticeable from the first generation too. How's battery longer than the Switch 2? It depends on what you do with it, my friend. It's definitely a bigger battery though. Sorry, I need like 2 mics right now. One for the game and one for me as well. Can read chat and field questions so Ben can keep showing us his skills in Silksong. Yeah, trying to look at both. I need like an overlay. That's a lot of streamers do sometimes, is overlay over the game. Oh boy. Have to get back into the zone. Also, apparently like the difficulty in this game is pretty decent in terms of like compared to the first game. I've been reading a lot of that online, which is part of the game for sure, but it's nice. I'm very muffled now. Is it just because of the actual thing like this? Yeah, I'll go back to this. Again, for some reason my capture card's a little weird on the audio. I could also just do like background music, but nice if I can actually share the audio without being weird as well. Let's see if it cooperates nicely for me here. How do you find the weight compared to the previous version? So that's one good question, Jakey. It is definitely a little heavier. Not like a ton heavier, but compared to the Go 1, if that's what you're used to, it is definitely a little bit heavier. Keep that in mind, especially compared to like the Go S and that kind of stuff. These guys are so annoying to fight. There we go. A lot of them take like a lot of hits. I feel like it's not sure how far I am into the game. It's, for some reason, a lot of them are pretty tanky. Please give us a logo to SteamOS. I've been tinfoil hatting for months now. Well, I believe you can download SteamOS on it regardless, but yeah, we definitely have seen that feedback, and again, are listening on requests and things like that on our side too. Let's find out. Yeah, it's for now. Game sounds good. I'm cross my fingers. It cooperates. It's just a weird thing of the capture card, but like every so often, it gets this weird kind of distortion to it, and I don't know why. It might just be something to do with like an outdated capture card. I think this capture card also does not do VRR, so that's one thing I was gonna try to maybe upgrade for. Go to the bottom left of Greymore. Yeah, I think that's where this thing was, right? I was here earlier. I'm exploring. Yeah, I mean, that's probably true, John. The True Strike controllers are definitely pretty easy to take off, if that's your question. You hear that with the audio? It's weird. I don't know why my capture card does that, man. Yeah, I agree. I think the bigger battery is worth it, along with the OLED screen, in terms of some of those upgrades for the weight. Not that the OLED screen's making it heavier, I just mean like battery-wise. Any info on the graphic driver update support? Good question, Stan. So again, I would have to check with Ben Myers on that, and the whole product team, basically. I believe, my understanding is because this is a native landscape screen, it should be easier to roll out drivers. I don't have a specific update for you other than that, but I can check with you as we get closer to the kind of in hands, sort of. And yes, it is a PC. So basically anything you can do on a Windows PC, you can do on this thing. Which you see a lot of that covered in the documentation from people. Hang on. Or the marketing, like the modding and stuff, people use it in all sorts of creative ways. Make it out. And I think there's a boss fight here. Now I have to beat this thing because my everything is covered here. It does feel really good to play this game on the Legion Go, I gotta say. With a handheld. Which way are we going? Well, these guys have a really nasty, like, back swing. I can heal. Okay. Oh, does that not... I don't think that gives me soul. There's a lot of these guys here. Where are you going, dude? Ugh. They have like some weird attack patterns. Nope. Shoot. See, like that angle throws me off. I need to just binge this game. I keep dodging, thinking he's gonna throw it at me, and he throws it in front of me. Rip. Hope I don't need massive palms to hold this. Well, that's the thing, Babase. You don't, but you can also just detach the controllers. Like, I think, let me actually try that for you guys. I think that maybe a good way to play this game in particular. And I want to actually throw the kickstand up for you too. I just have the dock mainly connected so that I can send it to stream. But yeah, let's try using the controller connector. I have so much stuff on my desk right now to go like this. What's the new buttons in the controller do? Quick access. So yeah, you have these two down here. A little hard to see in the current view I have, but my understanding is one of them is kind of like an alt tab thing. Yeah, quick access, and the other is just take you to the home page. But I believe you can customize them a bit too, if you want to. The feel of the Go S is awesome. How does this compare? Bad base. This one feels a lot more like the Go S than the base Go, especially because the rounded controllers. Again, I'll switch to like this scene for a second. You can see how much more rounded the sides are versus the base one in terms of like that hard angle you sort of had. That's the big difference. Otherwise, it's kind of similar, but that's what really like the Go S has that this takes inspiration from. You can see kind of that same, it's not quite the same curve. It actually curves in a little bit more, but it feels more slim because of that. I like it quite a bit overall. Let's see what's here. Yeah, you can poke with them too. It's true. The fact he refuses to show Roblox implies it can't run Roblox. Truly the hardest game to run of our generation. The true benchmarking game. We have a surprising amount of Roblox people here. Maybe I shouldn't say surprising though, because it's like a generationally popular game. Oh, we can do that. Nice. Yeah, I think this feels like a pretty nice way to play. Do you guys want this view, or do you want to see the Go bigger? You tell me. Because it might be too small to see right now. What do you think? Is it hard? Is the Go 2 using TMR Hall Effect joysticks? Hall Effect. Same as the Go 1. That's one of the big selling points. And is the battery really more efficient? It was a bit frustrating on the first version. It is a bigger battery, J-Kill. It's 74 watt hours, I believe now, which is a pretty big upgrade over the first one. Seems fine. Okay, I can keep it like this if you guys want. Just let me know if you want to see the Go bigger, because I can do that. I was thinking about like maybe a mixed kind of view where... hang on. I can't heal yet. Where I could put like side by side the Go and the gameplay. Not sure yet though. Okay, hang on. Man, this screen is so... I know, like, I've talked about it, like, the screen is so nice in a game like this. It's just so crisp. I still haven't figured out what you do with those other currency things yet. Do the exhaust vents smell nice? I can't say I've noticed a smell, but maybe? Out of the way, sir. Ooh. Oh, he's cheesing me. Yeah, they go up and down. I like that little dash attack, though. I do need, like, a double jump. Just have to get those pogos perfect. And memorize the 45-degree angle. Do you know the prices for EU? Not off the top of my head, Lulu, but if you check out your region, a lot of the product pages are going up today. So you should see a relative price. It's generally somewhere between, like... for reference for like US, it's between like 1K and 1.4K, depending on the config that you want to get. So somewhere around there for EU, depending on the config. This version I'm running, by the way, I believe is a Z2E version, which I think will be probably like the most desired one in terms of the processor, but could be wrong. I feel like I have to beat this because I want to go back and get my stuff, but I might have to give it up at some point. You guys came out with this so fast. Can one assume you guys are already working on Legion Go 3 or Legion Go 2S? Just know there's always stuff being worked on. I don't even know, to be honest with you. Dabsty, I don't, I'm not a product manager, so they keep this stuff pretty close to the chest until it's like locked in, more or less. But yeah, it's pretty safe to assume that there's always something in the works. And especially like seeing the response for handhelds, I would not be surprised. I don't know, to be honest, if there's stuff like that, but I would not be surprised if it were so. Will there be any fixes for the region lock? That's a separate thing, Bellatrix. Yeah, working on that with Games Planet still. They're checking with the publisher. Is the Go 2 still using a 65 watt charger like the previous Goes? Yes? Question mark? I have the charger right here. I'm actually using a different 65 watt charger to power it. But yeah, I think it's actually the same exact brick. It is. I have the same one here. So I think it's the exact same charger from the first one, if that matters to you. Always be creating. What's up, Ink? How's it going? When docked to a monitor, the original Legion Go would have screen tearing. Is this also present on Legion Go 2? I don't... So, I'm connected to a monitor right now, technically, Dodge, because I'm streaming out to you guys, and I've not seen any screen tearing yet. The other thing I'll say, too, is this is a native landscape screen, so that helps a lot with compatibility if you're using like an external monitor or capturing the content with the capture card. Like for me, I just plugged this in this morning and it just worked because it's native landscape. So... hopefully not, but I won't say never. That's a cool idea, Amrit. I like that one. I don't really need a laptop. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your use case, Dark. That's why I'm saying, like, this one's really meant for, like, the enthusiast, in my opinion, who wants to get, like, the maximum possible specs in a handheld, more or less. I mean, that's why it has what it has, and that's why, like, people were asking for OLED VRR, and that's what this thing has. That's the big one. Also, like, the processor, obviously. A lot of things like that. The pogo is harder because you have to, like, continually angle it like that. But also, I feel like it could get easier the more I practice it. These guys are also harder, though, because... they do that. There we go. Okay. Dodges angle spear. You really have to be more patient with this combat. Where you going, bro? the dash to like. This game just rewards locking in, man. Ah. Ooh. There's still more. Shoot. Missed input. I have to focus so hard on this. Stop running away. Come on. I'm locked in. There's one. Oh, is that it? Let's go. We did it. What do we get? Not too bad. All the way at the top. Claim? What are we claiming? Ooh. Fine. Oh, it's a new upgrade? Oh, we're doing it multiple times. What? Oh, it's like a person. I don't know what we're doing here. We did it, Brad. We did it. What are questions we got here? What's up, Ink? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm loving this handheld, man. I'm gonna be playing this thing the entire weekend. That's the plan. To just try to beat all of Hollow Knight on this thing. Honest, or Silksong, to be honest. And yes, VR will help a lot with the screen tearing. Like, agreed. Attack with heavy arcing slashes and remove additional soak from enemies. To change crest. Oh, do I have a crest yet? This is a bound it too. Okay, that's a sick screen right there. It should come along with the case, headphones, and docking station. For which one? The device itself, whether you get the Go or the Go 2, comes with a case. Yes. There is a docking station, and I have this controller connector I'm using right now that are optional upgrades too as accessories if you want to. The bag it comes with, by the way, because I see you're coming in here. What's up, IC7? This is the bag it comes with. I can show you really quickly. This one right here. Oops, sorry, that's really zoomed in. This right here, which is like slimmer than the first Go case, but really nice texture to it, and it has room in the inside for the FPS mode puck and the kind of pin cover adapter, basically. But I think you could also, don't quote me on this, I think you could put the charger in here too, and maybe put it over top and just keep it all in one if you want to. That's kind of my personal dream scenario, basically. Nice, Ink. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of options for you. Like I was saying now, if you want to get a handheld, this to me is like the flagship, basically, of the very top end. But the base Go is still awesome. People still use that quite a bit. All the different Go S options, if you want the Windows or the Steam options, those are great too. If you also don't really mind the detached controllers or FPS mode, that one works for you. But yeah, this is definitely the new big shiny one, right? That's the top end for right now. Is this OLED comparable to Switch OLED and Steam Deck OLED, or are they all the same? I've only had Switch OLED, and that was so nice. So I'll be honest with you, Winking, I don't have a Switch OLED, so I've not tried it. But the only OLEDs I've tried mainly are on our laptops, and it's definitely comparable to like laptop OLED screens, if that's what you mean. You can really notice it in games like this, and in fact, like the stream doesn't do it justice to see the OLED screen because the magic of OLED is in like the darks. So in a dark game like Hollow Knight, where you have, and you can even see it like in the game. If I switch over here, there's so much black in this scene, and like even if you're watching on stream right now on a non-OLED monitor, it just kind of looks like very dark gray. Whereas like on a true OLED screen, it's just lack of color. So it's super contrasty and pops a lot, which is very cool. I feel spoiled by it basically to have it like that. Has it still got the charger port in the side of that case? The charger port? Oh, like the little slip through. Yeah, I don't think so. I'll be honest, I never used it personally that much. It's a cool little gimmick or feature. If you guys, what he's talking about is like in the base Legion Go case, there was a little flap right here where you could like have it in the case and charge at the same time. That has been removed, but I think you could still use that case if you wanted to, technically, with this device. That's also technically an option. I'm sure it would fit it. Is it just Steam games you can play on it, or is it connected to other platforms? All platforms. That this one is Windows, so you can run. Yeah, I'm on Game Pass right now actually because I couldn't get Hollow Knight on Steam for like hours yesterday. But yeah, Steam you can run here. Epic Games, anything you can run on Windows, you can run on this basically. And the Steam OS version, mostly Steam games, but you can also play other games if you kind of play with it a little bit, essentially. What else did I get here? I went to the page. I just Street Fighter. Oh, you're talking about the other stuff as well. What's the release date in North America? IC7. My understanding it should be around Halloween. I don't know if that's fully locked in yet, but yeah, October 31st basically is around when it should be getting in hands for people. What's up, ABK? Good to see you, dude. Checking out the new AMD powered Legion Go 2. How you doing, my friend? Were you involved in the marketing stuff, by the way? Because if so, that'd be sick. This thing is amazing, man. I am a little obsessed. I think I got a Crest. I gotta check out my Crest does too. You broke Steam? I didn't break Steam off. But they broke Steam for sure. Yeah, let me go back up here because there was something up there to unlock. Let me see. Did it upgrade battery? Yes. It is a 74 watt hour battery now. So a much bigger battery. Whoa, wait a minute. That was a different... Ooh. Is that... Oh, it changed my base attack. Interesting. So let me see. Sorry, I'm getting my inputs messed up. Oh, I'm glowing now too? Is that new? That's my Crest, I guess, that I just got. I don't know what that does exactly. Maybe it's on this scene? This area? Oh, it's like the backing to it. What? That's view crests. So you can like change... What? Attack with the heavy arcing slashes and remove additional soak. Stalk prey. You can like change your stance. That's so cool. Very nice. Yeah, spooky release. Which I kind of planned... I'm planning to be out for October, basically, so hopefully I can stream more of this when it starts hitting people's shelves and things, basically. That's the dream. Gotcha, Black Pino, understand. Well, whether or not you were, I think it's an awesome device, and you've been killing it with AMD stuff lately, man, so. Fun fact, guys, Black Pino here actually used to work with Lenovo. He's at AMD now, so we go way back a little bit, but yeah, make some really cool stuff over there. Give me a buyer from the official website in the Netherlands. So my understanding, is I believe like each country is slowly getting their listings up right now. US has it up. Others also are working on it with like a coming soon page. And we're gonna actually make like a global splitter page for that later today for the community site. So as soon as we have that, I'll let you know. Can you connect a VR headset and play PC VR games? You should be able to, as long as you can work out the UI, the connection for it, basically, because I forget like what exactly a VR headset needs. If it's like DisplayPort, that could be a little bit tricky, but you should be able to use an adapter kind of like this to do that. But yeah, it's just a Windows device. So one thing that's really cool with the Legion Go, some people do, there's a guy named VGA on Twitter who he'll like use these for his IRL streaming setup. So he has this whole like backpack setup, and Legion Go is like the core of doing that. So there's a lot of creative things you can do with that, because it's just basically a mobile PC at that point, essentially. How long you stream today? For about 2 hours. I actually have an appointment to check on our kid later today, which if you guys don't know, I'm about to be a second-time dad, which is funny because I think that happened around the same time the Legion Go came out last time. So like whenever our next Legion Go comes out, let's hope there's another kid, we'll see. But yeah, I'm checking that later today. So about till 12 today, about another hour or so, maybe a little bit longer if I can do it. Play Warhammer Speed Freaks. I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome overall. You run 2 keyboards and insane mic. Oh yeah, you have an awesome setup too, Dev, so you should share that too. We should like, I'm glad that we're having the modders kind of called out in some of the promotional stuff. I think there'll be more of that too. There's some really cool ones that got shown in the launch trailer as well. What's up, Het? How's it going? Good to see you. And MVMEs, yeah, good question, Lehek. I don't know the answer to it personally, but I know like our product manager would know and some enthusiasts here would know. So I'll check on that. I feel like I heard the answer to it, but I don't remember what the answer was. So we can try to check on that. Oh, nice, Icy. No problem, dude. It took us a little while to have the first one, so I understand how that goes, but good luck with you, my friend. And hang in there. I can just chill now. Just float. You'll float too. Is this... Oh, this is the way I came, I guess. Thought there was something else. Oh, what? Got an uppercut? Oh, that's sick. Like a 1-2. Dang, there's a lot of complexity to this. It also changes your pogo. Huh. This is more like a heavy attack. Interesting. Yeah, so much happening this year, Brad. Crazy. This is like, I think, the busiest I've ever been in general, but also with work. There's so many things going on with Lenovo. Like, aside from Legion Go stuff, I just last night created 4 contracts for creators that were flying to an event which I have to talk about at the end of the stream, by the way. Don't only forget, there's something else besides Legion Go for me to talk about with you guys. But yeah, there's an event coming up that we're doing that is really cool. Also, the key drop stuff is still going, and we have all these creator gigs running. There's another event coming up pretty soon. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm having a kid in like 3 weeks. So it's a little wild, but I love it at the same time. It's such a great job. When is the new Legion Vantage software getting implemented on Legion laptops? So, heck, good question. The way that works is Legion Space will be added from Gen 10 laptops forward. So if you have a Gen 10 laptop, you should already have it. My understanding is it won't be backwards compatible. So like if you have an older laptop, it won't be like, at least for now, downloadable that way. But going forward from Gen 10, it should be added. And starting soon, hopefully, there's a really cool community tie-in for that. So pretty excited for that. What's up, Fidget? Thank you, Bread. Appreciate that. Hey, nice, Black Afina. That's a solid gig there. Oh, shoot. That gave me like Ori vibes right there. The big owl. I like that uppercut. I gotta practice that. 2-hit combo? Maybe I can use that to like break down some of the bigger doors. We'll see. Solid start to Q4. Busy Q4. Pox Australia, dude, I would love. I think we're gonna do. It's funny, like for some reason this year in particular, all these events opened up all of a sudden that I could probably go to, but just because I'm having a kid in like 3 weeks, I can't right now. But my hope is like next year, I will, and the rest of us too will. It's not just me. Like I think Mac's gonna be going to this one pretty soon. Trent will be out some. Like our whole community team will be there, but I'm excited to get to go soon too, hopefully. Got some traps here. Don't run too fast. What the heck? Oh, I thought I heard something come up next to me. I just want to play this game for like 10 hours, man. I'll be honest. Go to in Silksong. Like, please, can I just keep playing it? The 2024 Legion 7i, it should be on your device. Have you searched for Legion Space? Wait. No, 2025 is when it starts. Sorry, that's Gen 10. So yeah. But I will tell you, like, I don't think you necessarily need it. You know, there's some cool things in it, but like it's doing a lot of the same stuff Vantage is. There's just some are new things that are like dependent on the NPU is my understanding. So like the game clip master and that sort of game coaching, that's all tied into the NPU. Oh, we got some lore. Jump out this way. Where are we going now? Dude, I love like the getting lost aspect of these. But then like you slowly start piecing it together with the maps. It looks like she's like punching. That's sick. By the way, guys, I do want to mention I am running a giveaway for this game, sort of separately from Legion. If you're interested in Silksong, I'm gonna be pulling the winner for that one like Sunday. Oh gosh. I might be dead here. Okay. That's a lot slower of an attack, so I can't at least do the spacing quite the same way. Thankfully, it looks like you get a save point here, so let's try again. You're on lunch, Fidget? Wait, you're on lunch at 8 a.m. Eastern? Or wait, where are you, Fidget? Because you were in PAX, right? If you're, it should be 8 a.m. Pacific. I don't know. Yeah, Gen 10 will get it. I don't think Gen 9 will have it downloadable, but that could change potentially. We'll see. We'll see. You don't personally stream at both 97 960 XT of upgrade when coding. Nice. Yeah, I'm on 1440p right now. I'm like, dude, I believe honestly, like, you need to get in the 1440p access if you're streaming on Twitch. It's just such a game changer for any kind of high motion streaming. And I also am testing out the vertical one, which is a little weird, but vertical streaming is coming to Twitch too. I have my personal channel I've been testing. It's a little weird, I'll be honest, but it does exist. Just knock him down the hole. That's funny. 8 a.m. Pacific. Sorry. Mental boom. I can join that one. I'll share the link to it at the end of the stream. Probably Noah. It's on my personal stuff. I'll share. Don't know why they merged Vantage with the Lenovo app. A couple different reasons. Again, I'm not the software manager, so I can't fully talk to it, but I think the intent was to make everything kind of uniform across all Legion devices, sort of. But I will tell you, like, from my perspective, the part I've been involved with is the community integration. And what we're working towards is that you could like be talking and be part of the community directly through the app in the software. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously I'm a little biased because I'm the community manager, but I'm hoping it really like increases the activity in the community, and it lets us do some really cool things like that kind of sync between your device and the community, whether it's like giving you certain flair in the community based on what device you're on, or like adding you to certain groups or games based on that kind of stuff. There's some cool things we can try out around that. So hope that'll go well. They're also like working with them to try to improve it overall, and there's some other reasons to it, I believe. I don't think you can pogo with this stance. Oh wait, I need to go this way because my soul is this way. My soul. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm very excited for it personally. It's been a long time in the works for that integration. I didn't make the call in the software for Legion Space, obviously, but I've been a big part of trying to make the community feel pretty seamless, at least. Because that to me is a pretty big win. Even like some of the streams maybe being kind of shown in there. Some cool things we could do. Bruh. Okay, I cannot dash this area. It's just filled with traps. What does this soul do? Like, it's glowing. I just don't have enough stuff to use it, I guess. This reminds me of a spot in the first game. Is my soul over here? Wait, where's my soul? Must be further down? Can I... Does this pause it? I think it does. Okay. So... Wait, it's up there? Oh, don't I have a compass for me right now? Oh, I'm somewhere in the middle, I think. I lost track of where I'm at. Take the time. Come back this way, maybe? Just do some more pogoing. Dang, it's tanky. Ooh, that was a big animation. Oh! There's so many traps just hitting around. Oh my gosh. That sucks. On the second breakfast, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Your sim for burglar works. Did we do a stream code today, Summer? I guess we could do that. I don't usually do them today, but I think that's fair. Yeah, is there? I was just wondering that too. I guess we could probably do one. Dang, I think I lost all my stuff now. Feels bad. Thank you, Summer. Appreciate you. Brain fried. I want to make the Go more full screen. I don't know. Is there like a... I had some old scenes I got rid of for the Go actually from like years back, but I could also like add it to this scene if you guys want. Just have the gameplay of this scene maybe, so you can see that even looks bad. It looks kind of decent right there, to be honest. If I could like maybe center it. Not that one. There we go. Make it a bit bigger. I like the docked mode quite a bit with the controller connector. It's nice. Yeah, dude, brain fry. I was up till too late this week signing all these contracts and getting this stuff ready, so brain do be fried a little bit, to be honest. It's a little hard to see, isn't it? The camera doesn't even do it justice, man. Like, you can see a difference when I switch to the actual capture. Yeah, the buzz is weird, man. I don't know exactly why it does that. I think it's like a hardware issue with the capture card, to be honest. I don't know why it happens exactly. If you can't log in, are you even logging issues? Hopefully not. There was something that happened yesterday. If you guys had issues with like the subfield thing, that appears to have just happened yesterday. So, looking into it. What's up, Red Chaos? It's going well, man. It's amazing. I love it quite a bit. Should I go back to like the handheld mode for you guys? Let's do that. Avowed should be out. I think it's paused on the site. I just remove it from the actual keys page, basically. If that's what you're asking. Alright. Let's plug this in here. Go into handheld mode. Yeah, I don't know of a way to fix the audio weirdness. Sorry. That's sort of a challenge right now for me. Yeah, subfield, it's something to do that there was a change that happened last night, I think that caused that, or yesterday. So Al had that same issue. We're looking into it. but still keep your code because you'll be able to use that at some point here. I think I was down the other way. I don't know if I went to the top of this thing yet either, though. No, I think I did. That uppercut is so sick. Subfield issues first showed up when Creator Site went live. I don't think it was that, Watto. I think there was basically we were trying to fix that issue. And it looks like whatever fix they pushed live, like yesterday, actually caused more issues, or a day or two ago. So that's what needs to get looked into. Ooh. More wing. Ooh. That hits hard. The music, though. Okay. There's no outrunning that. Understandable. Okay. Well, we know when the next boss fight is. I kind of want to go back to the other stance, though. Like, this one's fun, but I can't tell how much more damage it's doing, really. That's the challenge. Alright, about this way. Alright, boss fight time. Let's try again. There's been confirmation on the release date and price points. Price points, yes. Release date, I think so too, actually. It's gonna be around October 31st or so. Or so. So, Trucky, don't you have dead cells? Really? Not the buzz saws. Ooh. I'm gonna try to use this stance. You really have to kind of space out your timing. I have a little more reach with this stance, I think, too. Oh. Run at me? Yep. Isn't that many attacks, it seems like, so far? Wait. Spoke too soon. Dang it, dude. Oh, I have an upgrade to... Hang on. Let me check my bench real quick. I think there's an upgrade that protects me when I'm healing. Let me double check. Oh, I don't have a bench, though. That's interesting. I was trying to heal there. I have some sort of charm that, like, shields you when you're doing that. Not sure how to use it, though. I also have a bench. Yesterday, you missed it? How's the Rumble? Is it better than the first one? Is it good? The Rumble's really good. You can feel a lot in this game, and you actually have some fly-out menu controls. If I show you over here, of different Rumble options, I believe baked in somewhere. I saw it yesterday. Yeah, vibration mode, FPS, racing, average, SPG, FPP, RPG. I might actually switch this. I had an FPS mode, but I might do like average maybe, and just see. There's also different lighting effects profiles. That's all the same stuff as the base Go. You can change that. Customize if you want to. Gyros controls in here as well. Controller hibernation, touchpad, vibration, that kind of stuff is all set in there. Yeah. This one looks, yeah, the fly-out menu is really nice. It's really responsive too, which that was something that definitely got improved a lot with software since the first Go. So this is what we're on currently. You guys like this view better? I kind of wish I could make it a little bit bigger, to be honest, but I think it'll work for now. How much is MSRP for Go 2? Anywhere between 1K and 1.4 Northwind, depending on your region. It'll change a little bit, but somewhere in that range, basically. I convinced you, Icy? Well, I'm telling you, like, I love this thing. I know I'm a little biased, right? But it feels really nice to use. And, like, honestly, a little of an anecdote for me. I'm going to be using this kind of thing a lot soon because I'm about to be a new dad again. Well, second time dad. And my PC desk gaming time is about to go out the window, so this is perfect for replacing that. The screen, man, I just can't get over the screen. That's my favorite part. The screen and the controller, actually. It feels really nice to hold. Whoa. It is definitely a little heavier, I'll be honest about that, but for me, that's okay. Does this like enhance my damage for a bit or something? Oh my gosh, okay. Wait, what's this? Okay. Okay. Yep. I missed the A button that time. Alright, so it does definitely get some different attacks halfway through. Understandable. Will you tweak? I mean, let me know if you guys have questions. My goal is to show a lot more of this on the stream over the next... until I'm out, basically. I'll be here until October 1st-ish. That's when my new kid is due. But beyond that, we'll be playing a lot of Cyberpunk, all sorts of stuff on here to show you how it runs. To help inform your... as much as I can, basically. Will controllers be compatible with Go 1? Yes, Mike. I showed that earlier in the stream, actually. If you want to go check, I have a Go 1 here that you can just plug them onto, as well as the controller connector, which I was just using as well, which works really well. Where's my soul? There we go. I don't know what that charge state does in this thing. I have to look into that. I feel like it probably enhances my damage. Oh boy. So nice you can do that while in the air. I don't think you could do that in the first game. But I guess you could do it in the boss fight. Nice. Is the audio being weird? Sorry. It's like a weird kind of like... it goes in and out every now and then. I've had that issue for years with different tests. Something with the capture card. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah. Okay. Ooh, curves up. Music though is so awesome, dude. Oh my, I can't even see that one coming. Dang. Tough, tough, tough. How much for just the new controller, Subsilent? I'm actually not sure, to be honest with you. I would have to check on that. I don't think they're available just yet, but hopefully we can get some information on that for you. But yeah, if you have the base Go and you just want to upgrade the controllers, definitely a pretty nice upgrade. And they will be sold. Yep, yep, yep. They will be sold independently, is my understanding. I don't think they're available yet, but at some point. Yeah. Trying to congratulate me on being a father again. Thank you, Twig. I appreciate it. Did the bot swat you? YouTube is kind of new for us. Sorry, I try into YouTube for like big product announcements. Most of the viewership's on Twitch, but I try into YouTube whenever possible, basically. They're going to do good with the drivers because they were not doing it on the front of the first one. Yeah, so a big part of this one, IC7, is it's a native landscape screen versus native portrait. That was, my understanding, a big reason for some of the delays on driver updates for the base Go. So with the native landscape, it should be better in terms of timing for that. That's what I've been told. You too, Worry. Thanks for being here. Oh, for all caps? Are you naming your kid Lenovo? Would you name your kid Lenovo? Be honest. No, not Lenovo. Believe it or not. His name will be John Lenovo, of course. I like the play is just to run away and bait him into diving me. Okay. We're learning. I'm gonna save my stuff till later in the fight. Okay, that was bad. Yeah, it's tough that they all do 2 damage too. He's gonna switch here soon. Yep. Oh, dude, the way they curve up. Oh my gosh, they do a full 180. Jeez. Okay, it's hard to read that second pattern. I think it's like the first one goes straight and the second one does a 360. Let's see. Where to buy Legion Go 2, Macway? I would hope you would know. On Lenovo.com, of course. As soon as we have it available. There's a coming soon page, I believe, already on the community. Or on the site, but we should have actual availability soon too. When will pre-orders start going to Africa? Not sure about that. Excellent, but as soon as we have information, I'll share. I'm not sure about Africa specifically, but yeah, I believe pre-orders up for Best Buy in North America and possibly some other retailers. And then there are coming soon pages on Lenovo.com as well. Can you play with the detached controller? I can do that again, Freeman. Yeah. You want to have it with the controller connector or just detached? I was actually doing this earlier. Sorry, I always try and do it up. I always forget it's down. There we go. Sitting in the dock there. So you can either do it like this, or you can connect them if you want to. I'm actually going to do the kickstand for a little bit better angle. There we go. And then I was using the connector controller again. I think it's pretty nice, to be honest, just to have it merged like that. Makes it a little more stable if you want to play it like that. Like that. I figured, Mac, I figured. But yeah, here's the detached controllers as well, with the controller connector you see right here. That works for either the base Legion Go or this one, which is really nice if you have a Legion Go and you want to upgrade. Or if you just want to keep the same one but the different controllers. Come on. Ooh. Oh, he flew up that time. He's never done that before. Maybe because I was up when he flew. There we go. There's 3 hits for that one. I think this is probably the right stance to have. I just have to read his attacks more. Oh my gosh, he gets so fast in the animation. Woo! Okay, man. It's a big step up in difficulty for the second phase. Because you're throwing out 2 spinners each time. Yikes. We'll get there. Is there a 2 terabyte version, sir? I believe so. Excellent. Yeah. I think there's a 2 terabyte version. I'm pretty sure. Which is like I believe the higher option. You think Legion Go 2 will be compatible with the new Windows OS in case they launch it for Windows handhelds? Do you mean like if they release a new base Windows OS? Probably. I don't fully know, to be honest. But yeah. It's just a Windows device, so any like Windows updates should apply to it as well. Or are you talking about like for handhelds specifically? For that, I'm not sure. Because I believe they're making some custom stuff like that. Ooh. Ready for him to dive, maybe? Yep. There we go. Is that like extra soak I can get? Ooh! Wait, okay, I've never seen it before. All that other stuff popped up. That's probably related to my crest. And that might be like, let me see. Sorry, I always do this by default. This one. If I go to my crest really quickly, view crests. Especially the repetitional soak from enemy. Okay, so that's the extra soak you can get, basically, when that is at full blast, I believe. I think that's like what that glow means. That's my guess. Dictating once, stream again for the community. True. True. But I am showing the Legion Go 2. We'll show other games too. I just wanted to play this one today because it's still kind of like the biggest thing that came out. And I do like it a lot. Okay, gotcha, Dodge. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I think there's a good chance. I'm not officially privy to anything, but yeah. Anything that works on Xbox or Microsoft in general with Windows should probably work on here. This is coming with 32 gig of RAM. Can you show us on the BIOS if it's possible to allocate 8 gigs or higher to VRAM, or max allocation is 8? Oh, like the first one? Yeah, we'll look at that on next week. Excellent, just because I don't have too much longer to stream here today, but I will try to show some of the BIOS stuff at that point too. Is the controller heavy? Like this part? No, this part's really light. in terms of this right here. It's like, if I had to compare it to a Xbox controller, it's like maybe roughly the same weight. I don't need like a scale to measure it, but yeah, this one feels maybe a little bit lighter actually than Xbox controller. Okay, Quas. Listen, Quas is a whole nother thing. More wing. Alright, let's try it again. I believe. We're not gonna spend the whole stream on this one boss. Just have to learn the attack patterns of the second phase, basically. I like how he's kind of like a fusion of all the other past bosses, though. Okay, second phase quick that time. Ah! Try to string that together. Or just the one that time. Dang it, dude. Oh my gosh. Is he coming after me? Yep. I don't know if to do a thing yet. Shoot. No, come on. Darn it, dude. I thought I might have had it there. I need to get enough to soul to heal. I didn't quite enough there. That was the closest one. Is there gyro aiming? There is a gyro built in, yeah. I haven't tried the gyro out yet, but we can test it out as well. If you want to. So you mean we can allocate 16 gigs to VRAM as well? I'm not sure, excellent, but possibly. I know they have allocation settings in the BIOS. I just haven't checked yet to see kind of what the settings are for it. But I will try and check for you guys when I'm able to. We're learning. Really? Let me do this really quick. Oh my. Basically only have 3 hits for this. That's the charm. See how much damage he does with that? The challenge. Fly under? Okay, we can heal a little bit. I did one that time. Interesting. There's the second one. Oh, come on. Wait, that one curved too. Focused. Dude, come on. I keep forgetting this too. I thought I had one more hit there. Rip. Does this game feel like DLC? No, this game is a full game. It's not DLC. What's up, Soldier Tech? How's it going? The plans to implement the change VRAM function in Legion space? Oh, like from the BIOS? I don't know on that, Lulu. I wouldn't think so, but possibly. I think it might be something that requires an update, like a restart like that with the BIOS. But we could, it's not a bad idea. We could pass it to the team. Do you tweak it often? Or do you just want to set it once, generally? That's the question. We're close, we're close. Okay. Yeah, and remind me guys, I have 2 things to tell you about at the end of stream too. One related to Silksong, one related to Legion. Heal up. Where's the extra silk? So I don't know why that activated exactly. So I used my right bumper maybe? Okay. Well, that one does curve up. Wait. Not enough soak there. We're getting there. Oof. Wait. I'm locked in. Dang it, come on. Whew. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, dude. Sweaty palms. Wait, what is that thing on the floor? Oh my gosh, that freaked me out because I thought it was the other move. I was so close, dude. I think I was like 2 or 3 hits away from getting in there. I'm not totally sure. That's the first I've gotten for sure. Man. Wasn't Expedition 33 you spent like a week on the same boss? Probably. Honestly, if I was to spend that long on a boss. I mean, unless you count Elden Ring, which like, I just kind of cheesed with multiplayer. No cheesing in this game though. Oh, Wukong. Probably was Wukong. Yeah, I still haven't beaten that boss, by the way. You can connect the mouse and keyboard, Mac, if you want to. I mean, it comes with the mouse too, but you can also connect, like via this dock. I could just plug this mouse in, or I could plug in a keyboard for any sort of FPS gaming, yeah. However you want to do it. I played League on here before. It's not too bad. I can show that next week if you guys want to see it. Took you 7 attempts? It's not bad. So you've played a lot of this then already, Brett, huh? Happens, Chad, happens. That's the Souls kind of type of experience. Not a Souls-like game, really, but... Oh, shoot. Wrong input. Wish I should just heal. Once he doesn't attack. Oh, actually, after I healed, I got that. Interesting. Ooh. Oh, come on. I think it's really precise. Sorry, audio is a little goofy right now. I'm aware. Ooh. Heal up. This one's like one of the most annoying attacks. Just have to kind of run away from it. Ooh, audio's a little wacky, guys. Sorry. I believe. Zone out the attack. That one wraps around and fly, maybe? Dude, the music. Oh my gosh. Thought I might have hit him down there. Come on. Unwraps around. What? Nice, we got that off. Dang, it takes a lot of hits. Nice. Woo. Had to go for a little bit of cheese there. We got it though. Only took a little while. Just a little while. Thank you, Gerg. I was locking in. Yeah, the audio is not you, it's me. It's my capture card. I might have to replace it. I don't usually have the audio issue that much, but it also, like, there's a slightly newer capture card I can get for Elgato. It's like not really that different, but I think the main difference is it does support VRR. So if I'm gonna be streaming with this thing a lot, I might. Oh, I actually have Amazon money I could use for that if it's actually out. We'll see. I might do that. The other thing is that, like, it's a little weird sometimes to stream 16:10 resolutions for capture card stuff. It's just all related to the actual side. Thank you, chat. We did it. We locked in. You have yet to die in this game, Cass. You also have yet to play this game, Cass. Ooh, Pilgrim. Okay, we made it past an achievement. Ooh, cutscene? Okay, okay. All right. It's very addicting, dude. I'm gonna be playing a lot of this over the weekend. Has the vibration of the controller has been improved from the original Legion Go? Fates, yes. I'll show that in a second after this cutscene. There are options kind of built in now to the UI. Wait, what the heck? They're all strung up. You're too busy playing WoW. Haunted Bellheart. Do I have to free them all? Oh, I can't move. It's still a cutscene. Oh, but now we can play. New objective. Something in here? Oh, wait, is this just a tram? Let me see. Yep. Do I have any of these? I feel like I don't have any. I do not have any. Alright, so yeah, let me show you. So if you pull out the, hang on, secret first, actually. Oh, this is, alright, anyway, if you pull out the side menu with this, you see you have controller vibration settings right there in the flyout menu for different types of games, and you control some of the intensity too, strong, medium, weak, off. I have it on average right now, but yeah, you can customize the profile a little bit as well, if that's kind of what you're asking for. How's the speaker? It's really, really loud for you, really nice. I've showed it a couple times on stream here too, but if you want to see an example, you won't be able to hear me talk for a second, but you can hear it if you want to hear it as well. Always Silksong time, my friend. Hang on one sec. Let it catch up the audio really quick. All right, speakers are on top, by the way. Sorry, I need 2 microphones. A little hard to show properly on stream, but hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of, like, they feel much louder to me than the first generation. If volume is your thing, but also quality wise, they're pretty nice. I do have some like trebly mixed on my voice here, but going for go-to release, need an actual date. Javon, October 31st, if you're in US, is the date that a lot are working towards. So keep that in mind. Running heroic raid with the Dronis' guild. Nice, Cass. Did you join his guild? That's it. What happened to them? Oh, hunger, pride. I wonder, like, if the guy's importance. Oh, wait a minute. I wish I had a wall jump. I don't think I have one, though. Interesting little secret spot. Something's definitely up there that I can't get yet. We'll see. All about that bass. Yeah, I've got treble in my voice because I have a deeper voice. So audio EQ things, but yeah. What's the battery life on it? B-Vents, I haven't tested it like off of, I mean, I was playing it last night for a little while. I haven't done a proper battery test, but it's a bigger battery now. It's a 74 watt hour battery. So it should last quite a bit longer, basically. Awesome, Eli. Yeah, I mean, if you have other questions, let me know. I personally, like I said, I've said this a couple times, but there's different people coming in the stream. I think this is like the enthusiast device for people who want to, like the top end, basically. I still think our whole Legion lineup is awesome, by the way. Whether you want the Legion Go S or the base Legion Go, S Windows, S Steam. It just depends on what your use case is and whether you want to go kind of top of line or, you know, what you kind of need to be using the handheld for. Also, like whether you want detached controllers or that doesn't matter to you, that kind of stuff too. This is a creepy place here. Oh my gosh, they're all just chilling. Can I go in here? I have to free them. Cut them down. Using SteamOS? No, right now it's just Windows scan. That's what comes with it by default. I believe you could probably install Steam if you wanted to mod it, basically. Mod, not really a mod, just kind of change up a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here I can't interact with. Just that one door for the tram. I feel like I have to free them somehow. Alright, Eli, very nice, very nice. Nice, Javon. Shelling out for it, man. Yeah, that's what I have here with the, I believe it's a 32 gigs. Can I, let me check really quickly. I think I have the about. Yeah, this one is Z2E, 32 gigs of RAM. The storage on it, actually, I don't think I've checked. Let me see if I go over to the device. This one is 1 terabyte. So Not the total max spec, but probably the one that a lot of people will be interested in, which is kind of nice. What's up, Dr. Dead? How's it going? Happy Friday. Happy bonus stream over here. SteamOS got a big update for Legion Go 2. It's gotta do a big update, you're saying? Oh, yeah. I'm sure you could use it if you want to. Oh, Shellwood. Cool music. Lots of water here, it looks like. Honestly, I'm gonna go order a capture card right after the stream. While I'm thinking about it. Man, I don't want to die here. Kidding me? Random sniper. Oh my gosh, dude. Whatever, it's fine. I just have to run very far back. The good news is I didn't really have a lot of resources, so didn't really lose that much. Just time. Back we go. I can figure out which way I went. This way to the left, I think? I could go either way here, actually, but let's go this way for now. That's the experience, gang. I need to find a bench somewhere over here. Alright, sounds good, Cass. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for stopping by the surprise Friday stream. I will be streaming tonight on personal channel, by the way. Probably some more Legion Go 2 with this, if you guys want to see it in action. Typical Friday streams for me. Sorry. Hear my kid crying. I'm just making sure he's okay. I think he's okay. I think he just doesn't want to go to bed. Does that mean you have to do an all-nighter to watch it? You don't have to, Zero. But I'm also giving away the key related to that, so that's what I'm going to talk about soon. I'll be giving away a Silksong key for my personal side, just to try out. I gave one yesterday for Legion, so the weekend will be for my personal. Yeah, I just hear him sometimes, just like Captain sometimes, is being loud. These guys are so annoying. They do have rosaries in limited amounts. Can I can't attack in the water. Okay. I have to jump and attack. You can sprint in the water. It's go time every time. Well, depends on what you want, like I said. We're at 11:50 right now, so I'm gonna probably go for a bit longer. But I have some stuff to share with you guys at the end too, some cool stuff that's coming up to announce. Very excited for that too. A little less like Go specific, but something really cool related to the community. This music is nice, man. Is there anything down here? Oh. What is this? Frayed rosary string. Nice. Some extra rosaries. What's up, AG4? I don't think we have a giveaway today, as far as I know. I could be wrong though. But we'll do a secret codes and that kind of stuff. Today was kind of a bonus stream, so that's why. Did you find out yet what the other current 2 is for? No, I have no idea. Still nothing I can spend it on currently. And I think I'm maxed out on it. Oh, what the heck? They've got one inside the other. This gives me like wall jump vibes here. Something like that. Yeah, I'm very addicted to this game currently. And this handheld. I mean, it plays so nicely on here with the OLED screen. Uh-oh. More gauntlet type stuff. First fight down. Okay. Okay. I keep trying to do like the downward angle thing. Oh, we did it. Nice. Nice. Play something more demanding, bro. I hear you, Eli. I hear you. But this game is the game that I really want to play. So because today is a bonus stream, I'm just doing this one since I literally just got this thing like hours ago. But we will try some other stuff next week on the typical timing streams, basically. So hang tight. Stale ale. Do a giveaway for 1 crumb of stale ale. Is stale owl, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna do more of that stuff. Play Black Ops 6? It's not out yet, is it? I don't know. I'm not a big Call of Duty guy, but I can try it out to see performance for you guys if you want. Even Dragon's Dogma 2 in the first, huh? We're gonna play some more stuff. I'm definitely playing Cyberpunk on here. Control, probably like, or Alan Wake 2. We can do Latmouth Wukong. If you guys have requests, let me know. I can install them prior to next stream. I just have to actually install them first, basically. Daily streams until he completes a no death run. Wait, hang on, Cat. Hang on. I don't remember saying this at all. I don't remember saying this at all. 6 is out, 7 isn't. Oh, okay, that's right. Again, I'm not a big Call of Duty player, so I don't know these things. Dude, they make all the benches pay to win. I can't even with my rosaries, I can't unlock this right now. Big sad. I have to find rosaries to unlock a rest point. Alright. We're going far down here. Gosh darn it. I was like so worried about trying to get him. Action 33 we could do, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind doing that. I played all that in the base, on the Legion Go S actually, the Steam one. Man, the benches are so far and few between in this game. Or like, there's actually a decent number of benches, but you have to have points to use them. Rosaries. That wasn't a mechanic in the first game. I don't mind it, I just have to kind of farm some rosaries first. There's 16 there. I think it was like 80 to unlock the bench, which is a lot. Like, I gotta beat a lot of these dudes. I guess just kill some more to farm them. To run Crisis? Always the question. Yeah, Expedition 33 is still my game of the year. I beat that whole thing in the Legion Go Steam. I'm sure it'll run great on this, but we can definitely play it for you guys if you want to. The ultimate bench test. Some silk. It only goes on the left side when I do that thing. Trying to find some more of these dudes who have the rosaries. There we go. Heal up a little bit. It is quite a bench test. Benchmarking benches? Imagine. When Crimson Desert comes out, that might be a good game test. Crimson Desert, I think we talked to at PAX East. And it does look cool, yeah. We can try that for sure. I'm trying to think what else would be good. What else is like graphically intensive that's come out recently, guys? You might want to see. I can just float over him. Why is the whole thing under there? I shouldn't have done that because now I can't heal. Is that gonna hurt me? I think he's gonna hurt me. Wait, I don't have any throwing knives anymore? Oh, maybe with this crest I can't do it. I knew it was gonna happen. But at least I know there's a bunch of rosaries that I go grab now. Who benches the benches? Oh, Nia Jones, I forgot. Is Baldur's Gate graphically intensive? I can see that. There we go. Up here to get our rosary chests somewhere. We go up higher. Speakers are great. They are good. They're right now. It's just the audio in the game, but they are really good speakers on here. Okay, jump over here. Some are up here as our big rosary chest. Have to not be on 1 HP first. Or just be on 1 HP. One of them dropped way down here, I think. Is that it? Nope. I don't know. Oh, I just passed the thing. Oh well. So we got like 40 now. Seems like a prime device, but I hope it can handle heavy games. It definitely can. I'll show more of that, trust me. Like, today was just kind of showed off the bat. So next Tuesday and Thursday, guys, I'll be live on both channels, Twitch and YouTube. So make sure you bookmark that, because that's when I have Cyberpunk on here and some other games, if that makes sense. CPU workout in the cities. Yeah, in Cyberpunk, for sure. But Indiana Jones, you're saying. Okay, I got you. I think Wukong's a good one that I have access to. And we can do classics like Forza or Flight Sim if you want, or whatever else would be good intensively a test. I wish Battlefield 6 was out. That'd be a great one to try out too. 3D Mark, we could try out too, Rabbit. Yeah, for sure. Side by side, it'd be kind of cool. I would just need 2 power adapters, but yeah, just to see the difference in it. I will say there's a lot of good tech reviewers who have already done that kind of like proper performance testing, if you want to check that out. But yeah, I think Battlefield 6 would be a good one whenever that's out. I think it's like in October sometime though, so we'll see. Side by side could be cool. Bro. Stop sniping me. He's blow. No, he's just throwing spears. He's keeping his distance. There we go. Now I can heal. A little spooky, but we did it. Alright. Assassin's Creed Shadows kind of intense. Yeah, I guess it is. We could do that if you want to. Just for like performance testing purposes. That'd be fine. I wouldn't mind. Alright, bench is somewhere up here, I think. Maybe? If we can just get that bench, I'll be happy. Is it this way? Oh, it's like to the left, isn't it? I think. Grow a garden with 800 crops? Yeah, that's the graphic intensive test we want there. Absolutely. For sure. Where PC? Huh? What do you mean? For this game? This is a PC. Okay, bench was up top, I think. Yes. Alright, let me do this. Let's go here. Break this for 30. Bro, I'm 2 away. Are you kidding me? No, okay, it was 60. Thank goodness. Finally, bench. It'll be fine running Minesweeper. I imagine it will be. I would say like my most played games. I played a lot of Wukong and Expedition 33 on the go, but I beat like a lot of like Metroidvanias on here, basically. So that's why I'm really excited about Silksong, just because it's so easy to pick up on the couch and play. But also like Tunic and stuff like that too, honestly. Stalker 2. I do actually have that too. Yeah, we could try that potentially if you want. As well. Inzoi would be fun. That sound. Somebody else was asking for that too, Shipman. Like, I forget who it was, but you're not the first person to ask for that one. Who are you? What the heck? Grey Root. A bug I am. Time of bug approaches. Only you are left. No more tread here. None. The polyp hearts, they are needed. Okay. A new quest. Rite of the polyp. Okay, we must find a bunch of polyps, probably. Can be found about the wood? Found in the wood. In the purple blooms. Okay, so they're in like the purple flowers that we saw. I see. Heard the new Shinobi game is a very good motor. I heard that too, Mary. I really wanted to do that one. Because I think GameSpin has it. I was going to contact them to see if they could help give us some keys and also do a giveaway for it. We might still do that if I can. There's just been so many games to play. And then Silksong obviously is a whole generational thing. So we'll see. We'll see. But I wouldn't mind checking that out potentially as well. All right, guys, it is 12:02, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this scene and pull my music back up. Actually, I'll switch over to this scene. Why not? The handheld one. To say a couple things with you guys. I have a couple things to share kind of towards the end. First of all, thank you for tuning into the first ever, I think, live stream of the Legion Go 2. Appreciate you. And just a reminder, this is just the first look. We're going to do more proper looks at them next week in my normal stream slots, which will include, again, some of those more intensive games. If you have requests for them, for things I've not played and you want to see, make sure you let me know in the Discord, and I'll do my best to get them installed basically ahead of time. That way we don't have to spend time waiting and installing stuff kind of during the actual stream, if that makes sense. So that is the plan for next week. But yeah, Legion Go 2 is here. Super excited about it. Hope you guys liked seeing it as well. Thank you so much for the codes as well. And I have one more thing to talk about Legion-wise for you guys as well. Real quick, are we getting keyboard attachments this time, or are you not at liberty to say? Gamers, there's stuff in the works, gamers. That's what I can say right now. And I don't know all of it myself, but for sure this thing's coming. Okay, so the first thing to talk about is related to Legion. Let me show you this really quickly. So I was about to talk about this with you guys. I've talked about the iHeartRadio stuff. We're basically, if you don't know, we're sponsoring the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Vegas in about 2 weeks. And it's a pretty cool activation that's kind of a crossover between our Legion Gaming brand and also the creator community. So let me I want to show you guys some kind of mock-ups of what it's going to look like. It's kind of a new activation we're doing. So I wanted to show you that. Some behind the scenes stuff basically of like what the booth's gonna look like. So this is like a special booth we're doing at the event. These are kind of mock-ups, a little behind the scenes of what we're working on for you guys, but the idea is we're gonna have this event at the iHeartRadio event you can go to if you're in person, but also if you're watching online, we're gonna have a really cool view of it with 4 creators who we're confirming like today. That'll be live streaming from the event, and I'll be streaming here on this channel for both Twitch and YouTube coverage of the event Friday and Saturday on September 19th and 20th, I believe. So, and it's going to be a special stream. It's at like, I think like 9 p.m. Eastern those nights. So it's a real gamer stream, okay? And there's some really cool things that are part of that stream. So I'm kind of teasing it now, but this is the actual event of what it's going to look like. I was about to show you guys, this is the Legion Cube, what we're doing at the event. There's a bunch of stuff in the event. The big kind of draw is this right hand, it's called like a Floor is Lava game that you can play, that you can come in and kind of jump on the tiles and play these games with people at the event, and we'll kind of have some streams of that going, which would be kind of cool with the creators, plus all the products out on display to check out as well. So yeah, I was out to kind of show you guys like the little behind the scenes mock of what's working on it. So if you're there in person, if you're around Vegas, you can stop by here, and if not, if you're online, you'll be able to watch with me remotely with our creators who'll be covering the event and kind of showing some of this stuff. So that is the idea. Also, we'll announce the 4 creators soon, and they'll each be live streaming and then restreaming here with some cool giveaways and cross community things happening, whether you're in North America or globally for the most part. So pretty excited for that. I just share that a little bit as well. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'll have more details. Yeah, there's a chair. We'll talk about the chair soon, okay? There's some pretty cool things involved there, but I want to show you this as like an early heads up. Just mark your calendars for about, actually, yeah, 2 weeks from today. That's crazy. I have to book all the travel and stuff for them, but we're going to have a pretty cool stream happening Friday and Saturday. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern, yep, which is not the most EU friendly, I apologize, but it's because it's happening in Vegas. So it's like 6 p.m. Vegas time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, and like, you know, ungodly hours Europe time, but for North America, it should be pretty cool. The other thing is I'm giving away a key for Silksong. Like I said, if you want to enter to win that, it's separate from our usual giveaways. I'm just hosting this one myself with either like Steam code gifting, or we might do like buy a Humble Bundle game and then do that. But if you want to enter that, the link for that is over here, which I'll drop in the chat on Twitch. And then I think I can drop it on YouTube too if you guys are watching. Link is right here. And that's where you can enter to get an extra copy of Silksong if you're interested. I'll be pulling that on Sunday and streaming it on my personal channel up till then to kind of get some traction for it. With the Legion Go 2 probably being played the whole time. So that is the goal. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. I will install more games, I promise. Welcome in. We'll get more Cyberpunk, all the classic stuff. Just let me know in Discord what you want to see, and I'll try to install as much as I can ahead of time. We'll have a couple streams next week to go live test it all, and maybe do some of the side-by-side stuff like you said too. With the base Go, with the Go S, that could be an option too. So cool. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you grab the secret codes for the hardware giveaways. We have giveaways for a Legion tablet as well as a Lenovo Yoga laptop. And of course, we'll have a lot of coverage for Legion Go 2 coming soon. But yeah, you can use those codes to increase your odds of the giveaway. And Moose, I can help you out with that. Just jump on my Discord. I can be out with it too. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining the extra stream, bonus stream. And I will catch you guys next Tuesday. Bye-bye.